right, party people, welcome back to Figure It Out podcast, where we go through the winding river of life. On today's episode, we are going to be discussing men's mental health, and we got a special guest, Nyhir of Control Your Laughter podcast. How's it going, my man?
Good, great, feeling great.
Great. So just a little background about Nyhir. We don't have a long-standing relationship, but it's okay. It's okay. Not all relationships need to be from years ago. But I came across this gentleman on social media. Definitely has an amazing story to tell. Definitely has gone through that winding river of life and seems to have come out on the other side unscathed. And I can't wait to hear what you got to say when it comes to men's mental health. So,
okay. All right. So, what aspect? Because mental health is a broad perspective.
It sure is
really broad, extremely.
We want to
go. Tell us about your experience with men's mental health.
As a man, So basically, with me, I had a lot of traumatic experiences as a child that I never really equated to even being mental health or post-traumatic stress. Right. So as I got to this point at 31, I'm gonna get back into this later on with the podcast. At 31, I accepted a lot of things for myself that I never really took into consideration, because again, I'm a young black male from high crime rate areas. You're not allowed to be weak. Right. In any way, shape, or form, let alone, and mental health is probably the last one you want to tell somebody you're going through something. So never really, that was the first thing on mental health, not being able to identify that I even was going through mental health crises or having triggers. So the best thing for me, I learned my triggers. So that's big on mental health, learning your trigger.
So
now, real quick, Nyhir, just so I can, for the viewers going on, what would classify or what would be considered a trigger?
All right, so for me, I didn't have my dad growing up, so I normally go into a relationship and I tell, I always tell my partner things I've been through in life, people that hurt me, and instead of loving me, caring me, they use it against me. So it's like, oh, you never had a dad, you never,
right?
You never, they play with your
emotions.
So a trigger, a major trigger for me is my dad and my kids' mothers and my mom. Okay. I ran away at 14. So anything involving family, Christmas, stuff like that triggers me, because I ran away at 14, so I really raised myself to 14 to 31. So, not to really elaborate on it, but those things trigger me. So it's like, I had two situations with my kids' moms where I was injured from the situation. So anything with them saying I'm not a great father, it'll trigger me.
Right. Well, I think that would trigger anybody.
I definitely relate to that. Trust me.
Yeah. So it was certain thing that's transpired where, because I took an oath to the streets that I couldn't really elaborate.
Gotcha.
So they never really got in trouble for it, and it's like I have to live with that. But having a child by him and still having to accept the fact that somebody, did something to you, it triggers you.
Right.
And that's why I went with control, but I went with laughter because I think we laugh more to hide the pain that we going through. We try to laugh for life. So it's like I wanted to go with control to grab the mental health people, because a lot of comedians, and it's crazy. A lot of comedians die from suicide because they their whole thing is, I want to make people laugh the whole time. Right. They're really hurt.
They're hurting inside. Nobody's helping.
Yeah. So
and that's crazy. I went to a comedy show, saw Dion Cole, and towards the end of his show, he mentioned that he makes people laugh, but he's hurting on the inside. He had lost his mother. He had lost a favorite aunt. And all of that was eating him on the inside, but he can't project that because that's not the image.
Right.
So I definitely understand it from that perspective. So at what point did you say, I'm going to take my mental health back? Like, when did you realize that you were done kind of living in this shell of not who you really are?
All right, so I was in an accident. I was ran over. Well, case of beast. I was ran over, and from that experience, God showed me, like, bro, this not like, cause a lot of people play with life, like, like I got 1,000 more days to figure this out, and like, but until you in a situation where it's like it could have been that or that, it's like you really got. So that's what really made me sit down to really just start evaluating life, because some people is just vessels, like they just wake up, go do their day, and not really understand that life is literally a blink of an eye. Like anything can happen in a blink of an eye.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So after that happened, a lot of things happened prior to that. But when that happened, it was just like, cause another thing with my mental health, like I like to dress. So when I put on clothes, I put on the labels. That's a defense mechanism. It makes me feel good about myself. It makes people want to deal with me. It makes me more attractive, more desirable. So when people try to hurt me, they hurt my clothes. They try to attack my money because I didn't love. Like I didn't have no real. So it's like you can't hurt me that way. I gotta bleach his clothes. I gotta like so. When I got ran over, I had on a nice amount of. I had on the Gucci hat. I had on a Moncler jacket. It didn't protect me.
Right.
When I got to the hospital, jacket ripped all up.
Ripped it right off. Cut it right off.
Cut it right off me. So it's like I'm laying there and they want to do CAT scans. They want to do every touch. They running everything. They trying to find, like, I look so crazy, but I was protected. I literally walked away from the situation. Like I was hurt, but I walked away from the situation unscathed. I was like, I have issues, but from the
from the outside,
like the way that they wanted it to be, like the doctors were saying, like, bro, like how are you okay? Like how, like no major broken bone. I had broken bones. My arm was broken, my leg was broke. I had abrasions, but it was no internal injuries. It was no ribs broken. It wasn't, it wasn't nothing major where I needed surgery.
Oh wow!
So nothing like nothing life threatening. Yeah, that's what's up.
Right, but it was a crazy event, but it really wasn't nothing life threatening. So God just that really, and I sat down from January till about February, March, probably about March, April. I didn't go outside. I stayed in the house. I didn't try to go make money. I was in my head for about 4 or 5 months, and that's what really I start listening to my intuition, and I start looking at life differently. Like, maybe your intuition isn't, you're not tripping. Maybe that's, spirituality. Like maybe it's someone trying to guide you. So once I started accepting that, I started to noticing triggers. Like, every time I'm around this person, I'm either arguing, I'm either giving more than I'm giving back because I never was loved. So, and I'm a Capricorn. So we love materialistically.
Okay.
So it's like, I'm gonna buy you. So it's like, as I started to sit back, and I didn't have money, I was injured. Nobody came to see me. Nobody loved me during that period. I was alone, and I started to trust myself more because at that time, that's all I had. I had to talk to myself. I had not talk to myself as in a crazy month, but as I had to, I had to ask myself.
You had to get with yourself.
To get with myself.
Right.
And a lot of dudes don't get with themselves until they in a box, in a door, and you laying there because you locked in and you can't. So that's when dudes get in here when they in the cage. And I noticed that. Every time I go to prison, I tighten up, I talk to myself, I work on my body, I try to be a little bit more healthier, I'm more relaxed. And I noticed like in prison, like I'm relaxed, but I'm in my mind more. That's why I'm relaxed, because I can think,
You can
I
have
moved
clear thoughts.
I had clearer thoughts. So that's when I start understanding, like, yo, you might got some mental health issues, and because of post traumatic stress. Because if you've been through situations like that,
right,
you like a lot of things play in your mind. You replay things, you know. So that's when I really accepted I had mental health issues. Then I
well,
talked to a therapist.
I don't really like the term mental health issues. You're dealing with your mental. Yeah, because like issues makes it sound like
Like,
you're
so it's a
crazy.
problem that
Right.
can't be worked out. Especially how we me personally, I hate labels. Like
Right.
everybody tries to slap a label on something, and I feel as though, because like me, like my background a little bit, not to get off your topic, but like I do martial arts, and I have a lot of kids that come and they be like, my kid got ADD, ADHD, all this stuff, can't stay still. But like I tell them, don't tell me what your kid got, because in the class setting, like I got 3 kids in there that got ADD. If you could point them out, I'll give you a free year. And you can't point them out. So I think when you label them, you give them the excuse versus trying to actually help them out.
No, see, it's funny you said that, because like when I went to boarding school and all that, I always had counselors for ADHD. But my mom never let them label me.
Right.
So that's why I never really could identify I had mental health issues, because I never was labeled.
Okay.
So when I actually did talk to a therapist and they, diagnosed me with things, it was none of that stuff. They diagnosed me with stuff that was post those mental health issues.
Gotcha.
So I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress, agoraphobia, and major depression.
Major depression?
Major depression.
Dang.
But it's crazy. It's crazy that he says that though, because those are the root causes, and so like how he would acting would be established as ADD or ADHD, but they never got to the root cause. So he actually got diagnosed with the root cause. That's good. That's
cause.
good.
Right. So
gotcha.
if I would have identified those areas before, I could have been proactive rather than be reactive.
Right.
So now I'm like reactive on my mental health, when I probably could have seen, if I could have identified. And it's crazy that he said that, because I had a trigger, because I never met my grandma. God rest her soul, she just passed away. She was from down south. My dad never took me to go see her. He robbed me of even telling me she passed away, and then robbed me from even taking me down. He took all his other kids, and I was snapping.
Right.
And I'm just like, bro, you 31, you still snap, like this man still has that much power. And I really didn't understand. Like, I'm like, bro, I'm 31 and I still want my dad.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. It happens.
So it's like, bro, I feel like I wanted you this whole time. I never identified that. I just really wanted my dad. So it's like, but I took control over that. That's why, again, my podcast is called Control. I got to take that control back from him. You ain't want to be my dad. So, because you are man enough to be my dad, I got to be man enough to take that control from you that I ever even wanted you to be my dad. So now that I don't even want a dad, because I'm a great dad, I'm a great man, I can't think like him, because he's not a man. He's not a great father. So I know I'm a man. I know I'm a great father. I can't think like somebody that's not.
Right.
So I took that control back. So I no longer get mad. I no longer allow my kids' moms or him to get me upset, because I no longer have a desire to have relationships with them.
Right.
So once you take the desire back, you take power over that person. Like, they no longer have power to control my emotions.
And I think that definitely also shows your maturity in having to handle situations like that, because you said you sat and you figured out what your triggers are, and you're working around them. Like, this person or this situation will set you off, so you remove yourself. That definitely is a mature path to take. So you mentioned that you talked to a therapist, and now I know we're in the age of newness, but a man going to therapy, was definitely a taboo thing. Like, how do you have that conversation with another man? So say maybe you see someone who's similar to you, like something triggered them. How do you have that conversation with them to say, hey, maybe you should seek someone to talk to?
I'm be honest. That's why I created the podcast. I can't really hurt people. Hurt people.
Oh, for sure.
So, like, and some hurt people don't like being told they're hurt.
Right.
I
They
agree
start
with that too.
attacking you, like, yo, bro, I ain't tripping, bro. Like, I ain't, bro. What you think I'm mad, bro? I can see you mad, but you don't.
I can see you mad clearly. I clearly see you mad.
I don't want to fight you because you mad, bro. I'm just telling you, I was in the same place.
Right.
Oh, bro, you
now, do you think that comes? I'm sorry. Do you think that comes from the neighborhood? Like you said, you grew up in the streets. Do you think that's just because the streets don't allow you to be that way?
Stereotypes and gender roles. Like you can't. As a black man, you can't do a lot. You can't be happy. You can't be sad. You can't be a threat.
You can't show emotion. You can't
robot.
cry. You can't be aggressive.
You can't cry.
You can't be passive.
You can't have money. You just gotta be black. Like
we were just talking about that. Like people hate on you because you got money because you working. It's crazy. Like
right.
You get money, they think you rob somebody for it. It's like black people. We get it. Like, you do anything. Oh, they're black, and it had nothing to do with race.
Right.
It's just as black people, we not allowed to do nothing. We not allowed to get along. We not allowed to do nothing but be black. Like it's sad. Like I gave somebody a compliment. He like, man, I don't know you.
Wow,
that's crazy.
Like, bro,
right.
My bad.
You can't give a black person a compliment. So how you gonna tell them they're going through a mental health crisis?
Right, that's true.
That's true. So then how do you propose that we can change that? Like, do you have any ideas on how we could change that idea?
I got a lot of great ideas, but it's like it's political.
Everything is political.
I'm a politician, so by all means, I got the ear of a couple people that make some decisions.
I work for a nonprofit organization there. I was a crisis intervention specialist, and I'm gonna leave it there. It's political.
Yeah, a lot of it is, unfortunately.
And it's like all this is political. Even mental health is political.
Yeah.
Government funded, it's political. So it's like, and then even being labeled anything is a threat because you got to understand what comes from even being labeled. And it's like, get barred from certain things.
Yeah, and that's the thing, because there's people like I call the label the quick fix. Like people, they'll quick to label you to get a check or money, but then not knowing that later on, like say you want to do something like, oh, well, you said this, so now you can't carry a firearm. Now you can't do this. Now you can't do that because you chose that label,
put a label
at that time. So it definitely affects you. You don't read that fine print for later on. It affects you later on.
Like, so the good thing the good thing that worked for me with therapy is I'm gonna tell you the one thing that did work, and that was able to read my story. They actually type up the conversation.
Okay.
So when I read it, and instead of being in it and being able to read something in the chronological order of your trauma,
that's partially what changed you think?
Right. I read it. I'm like, bro.
So basically, so it's not like so when we're talking about it, or you're listening to her, or in the actual therapy session in the moment, you don't see it. But when you read it, you become a spectator, or basically like what's going on. So you're seeing what like you ever play chess? When you in the game, you can't see certain moves that people on the sidelines see. So when you're actually reading, you see things that you can't see when you're in the moment.
Let me ask you a question. So let me. How can I ask you this? Okay. Where do most black men read books?
In prison.
In jail.
In jail. So But in jail, you read because that's your only escape. So
Right.
you learn to read in a different, like when I'm reading in jail, I'm reading Indiana Jones. I'm in Hollywood. Steven Spielberg. Like I can see, like bro, you
So
can
you
see everything happening in your, like you
right,
can imagine.
right.
So when you in your head, you can imagine, like people are so from I want to say communist mentality, like they box you in. They only let you think you can be but so much. But when you learn to have dreams and aspirations, you unstoppable.
Mm,
Unstoppable.
You unstoppable,
yep,
man. It's like right now, I'm just unstoppable, man, because I know the truth.
right.
I know
Well,
the
I
truth.
mean, you said you got run over. You've been to jail. You've had traumatic upbringings. I mean,
I
I
got
I don't see you
Now,
being anything but
I,
unstoppable.
like
but the crazy part is like I'm actually proud of the brother because one, he is unstoppable because, like you said, he took control. Like a lot of
Right.
people that have any situation, like first, like I've been where you are, not like per se, but people they use all these excuses like, oh, I was here, so I can't do this. This happened to me, so I can't do that. You took all these things that basically all this adversity, all these obstacles, and made your way. So then, like, if that could be done, you got the blueprint.
but this is
Like
the
you
kicker.
literally making the blueprint.
This is the kicker. I graduated from community, going through. I dropped out of community 7 years ago. So that's what really set my ass down. Like, bro, you defeated you defeated your triggers. You know, your mom moved you out the county at 14. You ran back to this life. I did it at
Mm.
14. My mom then moved me out. You know, I wanted this.
Oh, okay.
That's another part of why I deal with it alone, because I chose it. And so a lot of people just letting me lay in my bed. I don't have the parents that, oh son, no, my mom let me figure it out. We'll
Mm.
figure it out. That's what you want to do. Figure it out.
And you deal with the consequences as they
Deal
come.
with the consequences come. So now that was one because I got two pictures. There's a picture of both graduation. I graduated from Girard College in 8th grade, and I graduated from community college in like 2017. But I just need 3 more credits. So so that one picture after the graduation with my mom, I ran away. And after that one picture with Gerard, at Cease Community College, I left school. Give or take 7 years, I can have a PhD.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's like, bro, what was going on with you that you was a 3.0 GPA student in that community and you decided and I figured it out because my naysayers did not support they didn't support me at my greatest feat. So
Mm.
it's like I was doing it for them. I did it. Where are my claps? Where are my flowers? I beat adversity. Why am I not being congratulated? And it broke my spirit. I gave
And
them the person that they wanted. They wanted me to be mediocre. They wanted me to be, and I gave it to them.
mm-hmm.
Now I'm taking control over that. I know y'all don't want me to be great. I know y'all want me to be mediocre. I know y'all want me to be in the streets. I know y'all want me to be in jail. I know y'all want me to be a perpetrator of violence. I know y'all don't want me to do anything that calls for a substance of being great.
Right.
So while I
But
was working on my mental health, I got up every day and did what was hard. I don't care what task it was. If it was cleaning up the garage, if it was mowing the lawn, if it was washing my own clothes, if it was cooking for myself, I'm taking control back from women. I no longer need her to cook for me. I no
Mm-hmm.
longer need her to iron my clothes. I know no, I took control from everybody, literally, because at my lowest I had nobody. So I had to
Right.
figure out how to do everything by myself, DIY. I had to do everything. I got a broken arm, broken leg. I'm hopping, still trying to figure it out because
Right. Because you were all you had.
that's all I had. So, that taught me, like, bro, if you was depressed, all that other stuff, and hurt, and all you had was yourself, who do you need?
Right.
I don't need a woman. I don't need a mom. I want it. I desire to have those things, but I tell myself, here it is.
Yeah.
I'm here with you guys. I started my podcast with 4 brothers. I already kicked one off.
Mm.
Here, I'm here doing it alone. So really, do I really need? And it don't even have nothing to do with the podcast because I already did what was hard alone. And that's what a lot of people don't understand.
Right.
Everybody can't beat depression alone.
Right.
Everybody can't beat being ran over alone. Everybody can't beat being homeless alone. Everybody can't beat these things alone. I did it alone.
Right.
Did it
But
alone.
all that you've gone through just means that your end story is going to be magnificent.
Yeah, and it's crazy too because like the things that you go through, like you're able to, like everybody has a path where they can touch or influence somebody else in their life. So like, whereas like me, like I can relate. I change a lot of lives every day, but like
Right.
I can't relate to the streets. So like the street guys, they listen to me, they understand me, but I can't relate. So I can't be like I don't know like how to bag up anything, how to sell, what it's like, what's like to be on the run or looking over my shoulder or like in this affiliation, that affiliation. I had no idea what that's about. So for them young bulls, like to hear that and to be able to relate to you, and then like
Right.
say, but yo, I did this, bro. I was doing what you're doing, but I had mental health, and this is why. This is how you get out of it. Like
Right.
you
It's
need
for
them
real.
avenues to touch those people. You
It's
need them
for real.
avenues.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I was already doing it. I
Right.
was on it. I was working at the youth study center on a pod where the murderers and the perpetrators of real violence, where they trying to either give them life or I was around a real not petty crime. So I tried.
Right.
But I mean, I'm only one person.
Right.
I'm only one person,
But
and
that's all it takes. Like
They
I
take one
don't
person,
want don't
but at
even
the same
think
time
that.
too, though, like at the end of the day, especially Mama Sita Tish, like people, they can't get the help until they realize that they need the help.
they need
Like
Right.
it.
I can give you the books, the everything that you need to succeed, but if you like that saying, you can take the horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
No,
Like
right, right.
it's literally that saying. Like he has all the information, that everything there, but if they're not receptive, they don't want that. They have to be in that moment and realize that's what they need for themselves.
That's my mom biggest. Uh, that's her biggest pet peeve. Like they don't want it, son. They don't want it. They don't want it, and it's like, and that's what really, why I want to do it. I promise you, like I want to do it, but the constant resistance, the attentional dysfunction in family, friends, workplaces,
You just
and
gotta push past it.
with me is more so like he said, like I'm not a street dude. I'm just a product of my environment,
Mm. Okay.
and that's what my mom had to learn. Like I gave my son, like I gave him the world. I gave him, I put him in the good schools. I gave him the good things. But at 14, I ran away.
So
And we lived outside Swarthmore. Who the hell is running from Swarthmore back to North Philadelphia? Like,
right.
what was I thinking? Like, that's
So
why I
what
had
was it? Do you know what it was that
the
drew you?
environment, the friends, the people I thought wanted the best for me, the people that I thought my family members, the people that I thought loved me. But it was again constant confusion and diffusion, creating divides and divide and conquer.
Right.
I don't really want to elaborate on my mom, but she's a powerful woman, powerful. She's an alumni from St. Joseph's and University of Penn, so prestigious universities.
Right.
She travels the world. Powerful woman, but she went through post traumatic stress, and it's me and her really didn't have a great relationship for those years. I ran away. Me and my mom literally just start talking again about 2 months ago.
Oh wow.
And it was so deep, like me and my mom. And the thing that really, and during the time I was going through my, like, in my own head, I got a phone call that, nobody spoke to my mom for about a week. And that's a 45-minute drive. So it's like I'm on that drive and I'm going to go see if my mom is alive. So you can only imagine, that
What's going through? Yeah.
through my head. But I was so, I blocked, like, because mental health, the worst thing about mental health is, your brain. You can like put places in your brain where your subconscious won't even go knock on that door. Like you could just put it behind you like it never happened. So it's like me and her had that relationship. Like, I used to go years without talking to my mom, but I would know she was alive. But that situation where other people thought my mom was in danger, and as a son, not even as a son, as a man, not knowing, that's what really, like, tightened. Like, yo, bro, like, how you call yourself a man? You don't even know if your mom alive.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm happy to hear that you guys are working to rekindle your relationship from what you're saying.
From here, we here with it,
All
because
right, that's what's up.
Because we both resilient. Me and my mom got this. It's crazy. Me and my mom got the same story. The same stories.
Definitely
Different players, but the same story. Like, we're both Hall of Famers. We're both champions. Like, just different teams, different trajectories, but we got the same story. We all dribbled the ball. We took the shot. We took the game-winning shot. Sometimes we missed it. Sometimes we made it. But when you miss that, like the song with Rallo, I think he say, soon as you miss that, soon as, like, basically, I can't really think of the song, but it's like, so he said it in the song, as soon as you miss the game winner, watch them bleachers get empty. Like,
for
you
sure.
hit it, you hit the shot, they go crazy. That losing, like, they leave you.
Of course.
So everybody there you hit the shot, but you missed it. You the one sitting there by yourself, and I feel like I was in it. I missed the game-winning shot, and it's just like it was empty. Like, it was just me, the ball, the sweat, and the reminder of the game. But it's like, where's the support when I missed the shot? Nobody there.
Right. We our last episode, we was actually talking about something along the lines of basically like, what kind of friends do you have, to where it's like you said, like, you hit like basically everybody's your friend, and like this is my season for no. It's like everybody's your friend. Like, I said yes a billion times. I said no that one time. Now I'm crazy. So, like,
not crazy. You find out everything they wanted to tell you for 20
or for years. Oh, I said no one time. I said no one time.
You told me this. Remember I punched the ball for you? Like, bro, you still holding on to protect it.
It's crazy. But when you say no, you find out how people really feel
about you.
And I love, like, like people say, like, oh, well, when you're drunk you speak the truth. Like, I love when people drunk and speak the truth, because, like, listen, like, I don't like the charade and the falseness. Like, just tell me, like, one thing, like, me and Tish, we met at Penn State, and the one thing I said about us from day one, like, we always been on a beam.
Yeah.
Like, there were times where, like, I don't get to my personal stuff, but, like, I used to be crazy about girls all the time. She's like, Drew, like, you giving yourself way too much, bro. Like, let them chase you. You always let them chase you. It's like, I was a lover boy, bro. It's crazy. But, like, it's crazy. Like,
I used to be I used to be a son. I used to. They ain't even know it. I didn't even know I was a son. Bro, I used to be a son.
What?
I ain't even sharing lies to you. I used to, because I didn't have my mom. So it's like
they knew it. They could smell it on you.
It's like,
it's all right.
It's like, yeah, I'm dead. I can't.
Man,
but it's okay.
But crazy, but, like,
you learned.
Like, when you say that no, though, like the true colors come up. You missed the shot. The bleachers get empty. It's like, just tell me how you really feel.
Like, listen, I told my mom. I said, I figured it out. I said, I only need 5% of a woman.
Oh, you gotta explain that part.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, pause.
Nah, what are we doing with the other 95?
as
Yeah,
a woman,
right.
the other 95, I get from my mom.
Wait. Okay. Oh, all right.
The support,
Okay.
the information, the belief, the know-how. My mom got 3 masters. Like, what can you tell me? Going like what girl, you work at the mail office. What can you tell me that my mom can't tell me, or that my mom can't believe I could do, or my mom can't push me to do? Only thing I need from you is intercourse. Like, outside of that, but a lot of guys believe
I'm sorry. You lose. I'm so sorry.
He said, wait. Back it up.
Think about it.
He's like, the only thing I can't do with my mom is the only thing I need you.
Listen, but that's how real you have to be, bro. Think about it. If my mom, why do I need to depend on somebody else that I don't know what traumas they got, what triggers they? A lot of people come in relationships hurt.
Okay. So let's segue it a little bit into relationships for just a moment. Okay. When it comes to a relationship, I think the mature people, you got to ask, what is a relationship between you and I?
Nobody knows.
No,
right.
But he said it earlier though, where it's like, it's not the relationship per se, it's the, like, he opened up already, and then everything he's using to open up and say like that, and that is ammunition when things go wrong. It should never be that way.
Well,
why am I giving you ammunition to hurt me later?
Right.
I'm not gonna keep giving you ammunition against me.
Well, I'm trying to get an understanding, because you're saying you only need 5% of a woman.
All right, so you dealing with a woman or a male, you open up because you think you love them.
Okay.
Trust them.
Know things that hurt you, things you like. And narcissists, they're going to switch it. Like, I know she want her dad. So I'm gonna control her because I know she ain't have a dad. So I know she's going to always want me around. You know, she's going to deal with a lot of bull crap because she's going to always want her dad. So it's like, if I'm working on myself, and my first, your parents should be the first person you ever loved in life. Like, that's the first person, you get to understand. But when you take the title away from things, we're all people.
Right. Okay.
It's all people. So it's like, you take the title from your mom, she's still a woman. Correct? Yeah. So when you say, what do you want from a woman? You name everything you want. I'll literally get that from my mom. And not to say ever be creepy-ish, but again, if I could get majority of what I need from my mom, why am I in a relationship? Because having a relationship comes with, in this society, you literally be pouring in 100% to these females. So it's like,
they're 150% and not getting the cash,
and not getting no recognition for it. Like,
no reward.
Girl, you're supposed to do this. Like, girl, your dad ain't do it. I'm supposed to do it. Your dad ain't do it. Bro, your dad ain't do it. Why I got it? Like,
where you get these standards from?
Where we get these standards from?
Like, I get it, but you really, like, you threw me off when you said I can get everything from my mom. I only need you.
No, he be right though. Listen, my mom, my best friend.
That's how you create boundaries.
I can relate.
That's how you create. Now, bro, if you take that information with your life and start applying it to the women you date, you might walk away the first date like, yo, you ain't even,
for real.
You not coming as hard as my mom. Why is we even sitting at this table?
Right.
What is we doing?
Okay.
Listen,
so,
I'll give you a little snippet real quick. Listen, 8.5 years at Camp Hill, bro. Mom was there every week. Period. My baby.
What the girl do? Not picking up sometimes, playing around. So it's like, bro,
she moved.
Do you really need the girl, or you could just deal with mom? Mama can't leave you. The girl can leave you, bro. I'm tired of investing 10 years in the females, and then, especially me. Yeah. I had some fatal attraction situations. So yeah,
we got to get him back for an episode of Relationships and Friends.
I'm cool
for sure.
I'm cool with my mom, bro. Like, I'm cool. Like,
as you should be.
But my like, so do you have like a checklist, like, besides for things that like mom dukes do? Is there a checklist for a female, like this, to even be a contender? this is what you got to bring. Like, do you have that in your head? Like.
I know, and I know you have to be a nurse.
Really? Okay.
And not even not to say a nurse as a profession, but being a nurse is very hard.
Yeah.
To get to being a nurse, like it's tough. Like you gotta go through it's tough, and it's so tough that you give up a lot. You want to give up.
So, but why a nurse?
Because the nursing field is just it's hard. It's hard.
Okay.
Like
so you're saying if they can get through that,
you for me.
Okay. Okay.
So take away the nurse, so we could say the Navy SEAL. You could get through being a Navy SEAL. You for me. Because you did what was hard. I don't have to teach you how to do what's hard. You already went it for yourself. A lot of these females, you're literally being their dad. You gotta hold their hand, like, yo, fix your credit. Yo, go to work. Yo, go. Like, I can't be the dad. I can't be the father and the dad to the child.
Again, mental maturity. And also culture and society plays a part into that. It's all that we see on social media. It's all that we see on TV.
Why you think in China, in any real culture of substance, why you think they pick who your man is? Because whatever the dad was, typically that's what the son is going to be. In China, you're not allowed to pick. If I'm a nurse, if I'm a doctor, you need to be dealing with a doctor daughter. They don't let you go deal with somebody that's picking rice.
You got a point.
I mean, yeah.
So if my mom working to get a PhD, why would I be dealing with an environmental service clinic? Not to say anything is wrong with it. It's nothing wrong with it.
Because they make you happy?
No.
Oh, so we take happiness out of the relationship equation?
I think women only date. I think women only date for financial gain. I haven't came across a woman.
Okay, so let's not box everybody.
No, we're not. Oh, you're right. That's
so let's say most women, because this woman does not date for financial. None of that.
No, all right. Let's say because of social media,
most women.
We are in a time where people date for financial gain.
Yes, I do not disagree with you there.
So if we gonna have political relationships, I need to have a politic. I don't need to be sitting next to a armed police officer. We ain't on the same, like, my mom called for greatness, so I need to date greatness. I can't, I'm moving backwards. I gotta move forward. I can't, I can't. How can I bring you to my table when I have 3 masters and I'm trying to get you to understand why you need an associate? We playing catch up. No, I need somebody that's already here.
Okay.
Oh,
I get you on some parts.
It's resistance. If somebody don't want that for themselves, you can't want you.
Yeah, and that's I can't want that for you if you.
Right. I give you that.
And that's where you go wrong as a man when you picking relationships. It's like we date our opposites. I gotta date my.
Okay. So the two of you are different. Let's just put that out there. The two of you are different. You are not the average male in today's world. So in saying that, I'm going to say that the average man in today's world looks for looks. They could care less what is in between your ears. It is how you look on the outside.
If you had on Louis, Gucci, I wanted you.
Right. So again,
wait. If you had on Louis, Gucci, I ran from you.
See?
So like you guys are the exception because and it's crazy how everything is a cultural thing. It's what we see. It's kind of the narrative that's pushed into our minds is someone has to look this way. You've got to have your nails done, hair done, your feet, all of that. Your body got to be this. BBLs out the wazoo, people dying from all that stuff. But you guys are those exceptions.
Listen, I had to tell a nurse that, like, she would not understand why I would not do it. And I kept telling him, like, bro, yes, you are a nurse. Yes, yes, you are going to make money. Yes, I understand it. But you're working to go under the knife.
Yeah, and I can't take
Oh,
that home. I
If
can't take that home to mom too.
insecurities, you're insecure about something.
right.
And fixing it that way is, like you said, people rather go fix their body than loving themselves on the inside. Because if you don't love yourself in here,
Mm-hmm.
it don't matter what you look like out here. It don't matter what you got on. You still gonna be ugly
On the inside.
in here.
Yep.
And that's a good point too, because like when you working, like those are deeper issues that you're trying to cover up. That if we can't get past the surface layer in a relationship, like we both going sink. Because I can't save it if you don't know what the root of the cause is. I can't help you. I can't
figure it out for you. And like you said, like I need a female to be 100 with me, and they just not. So there's no reason to even go into something wanting somebody to be 100 when they just not going to do it.
Right. And
Just
then,
not
you
gonna
know,
do it.
to that point of they don't, you know, they're not comfortable with themselves. Maybe that is also a mental issue.
It is. They don't want to accept.
Right. Because I mean, you know, even though we were talking about men's health, you know, women's health is there too. But I think men are stigmatized more than females.
Right.
And you
Man,
know,
women have like it's all a system. Like I'm telling, it's a system. It's political. It's a system, and that's why in our society, I hope we could do an episode if we, if things move forward, like on gender roles and society stereotypes, like how culture is taught to be welfare queens. And this is stuff like it's like, yo, all I want to be in life is make these many kids, put this baby on SSI, get a check for that, go to subsidized housing, do this, and I can have it. And it's like it keeps you stagnant. Like I'm cool. I get $7 in stamps. I don't have to go do that. It takes away the point of having a man. Why do I need a man? I can go ask Uncle Sam. Like, and that's where it really, that's the bottom line. And that's where it comes. That's the root of the fathers not being in the house. Not to say, why would anybody want a man if, I don't need him?
right. Right. And but for I don't even know where that narrative came from. Like, where did that start?
It started from welfare when you couldn't be on welfare. You had a man in the house. So, but back in the day, they used to actually knock on doors and check.
Right.
So it's like it was systematical racism. So what that time was they was breaking the slave.
Yo,
Once
the
they
crazy.
broke the slave,
I just want to pause that real quick.
good.
Yo, Tish, that's crazy. He said that because like I'll be trying to figure out like the root of problems and issues of like, but like that's a legit. I gotta bring that back, and we gotta definitely touch on that because he's right. Like they basically chased the man out the house, saying that if you need this money, he can't be there. So not that he didn't want to be there, it's just that he couldn't be there for her to be financially. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy.
So once they know, like, I don't need you, I don't gotta put up with your shit. Like, get out. You can't be here, or they gonna kick me and my kids out. So ain't nobody gonna pick up me. Like, not typically.
Oh, that's crazy.
So once you like, Kunta, my name Toby. He beat it out of him. My name you Toby. You keep doing. Then you got the grandmoms telling the daughters, you better get them out the house. So it's generational where we just see women being the patriarch of the house. So now men are used to
not being
you
around.
you baby the boys and you treat the women like men. So that's why it's a lot of
Oh my God. Can you repeat that?
You baby the boys and you treat the women like men.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
now we're creating we're about 30, 50 generations away from that ideology. When I think about the men in my family, it wasn't that many around. I had strong women. So then it'd be like, oh, we in all sassy men. I see why. We was all raised by women. So why wouldn't we be sassy?
Right.
Who taught us how to be men?
Right.
They did. That's crazy. That's real. That's real.
That's right.
That's real. That's real.
It's definitely real talk on that one.
I take accountability, bro. Nobody taught you how to be a man. So if you fall short, pick your head up, try again.
And then it goes also hand in hand. if the man's not around, there's nobody to teach you how to be a man. So how can you teach somebody else how to be a man?
So it's crazy though. So
It's a vicious cycle.
So now when you break down the numbers though, so you got welfare taking men, erasing them so they can get money. Then the ones that are there, they have a run-in with the police. So now they're incarcerated. The ones that are there that do make it past the police and past child support, they get shot and taken care of on the street. So now they're 6 feet under. So like the probability of somebody actually being there is 5%.
Well, no, that was one part. Then you take the music. If we put, because music is really the devil's deed. You subconsciously listen to something. Oh, now how graphic can we get on it? How graphic do you guys get on it? I'm not even gonna get graphic, but you listen to Lil Wayne, back that ass up, and she a hoe, he a hoe, and freak nest, and then you start to cycle like, yo, all our women is hoes. No, they queens. Yeah. But the music taught us to treat our women like
right.
No, you're right though. Listen,
so it's like if you wake up every day and you want to be a gangster, how can you raise a family?
I'll flip this now. I got a daughter, 4 goddaughters, and 2 godsons. And with my goddaughters, I get upset because like the model right now is Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, and the stuff that they're saying. Like, I give or take is art, whatever. But like Ice Spice, but like it's like the thing that they portray.
And they don't live that way, and their kids don't live that way. Their kids not even allowed to listen to their own music. So why your kids listen to it?
That's crazy.
For numbers.
Kim Kardashian said it. I don't allow my kids to get on social. Why? Because you're destroying billions of people. You're projecting this image, and a lot of people don't even know they don't even look like that.
Right. That at all.
Famous people do not look like that. They get their makeup done forever. So subconsciously, you think Nicki Minaj is the most beautiful person. She's Photoshop. Not to say but I'm saying that the images that they put out in these videos and these magazines is Photoshop. Even their Instagram photos, they Photoshop. So it makes you look so perfect.
And you got people they're chasing something that's not real.
That's not real.
Yeah.
It's all a facade. Instagram facade. Why you think all these influencers keep getting indicted? If I can sell you something and you think it's buyable, you're going to buy into it because, again, they don't know how to dream. If you can't dream, that means you're a worker.
All right.
So when you're a worker, you get used to being a worker. I'm going to keep going to work every day. Somebody said on Instagram, I want to get a pension. A pension? So you're going to go work for somebody for fucking 40 years.
Are you doing pension work?
I mean, even pension work, like, don't get me wrong, a pension is good. You get to retire, but at what age? 60, 70? What life is you living at that point?
Listen,
when you can do what we doing and be entrepreneurs and reach for the skies to be rich now.
Listen, so our last episode, we literally talked about hustling, bro, and like how to get money, like legally and whatever. But we just basically said like how to be a go-getter and get yours. Because like you don't want to work for somebody, you want to be an entrepreneur. Like we basically said that we had all these jobs to where it didn't take much to make money. Like basically low overhead, high means. Basically yourself as a commodity. Like using yourself as a commodity is the best thing you could do for whatever the case may be. Crazy.
What did they teach us? To work with our hands, work with our body. So once you do that, you deteriorate faster. Right. So we're gonna teach them how to be workers, but we're gonna be the boss. And we cool with being workers. Our black people
gotta get out that mindset.
We got to, not to say we don't have individual black bosses, but as a mass, the Mexicans is passing us.
Yeah.
Like, the Asians been past us. How are people coming after us and already passed? Like, bro, if they brought us over here, why are we still at the point that they brought us over here?
It's definitely that we definitely got to figure out. We got to figure it out. We heard it in the long run.
We're the only generation where the music perpetrates violence, cheating, sleeping around.
Yeah.
Like,
yes.
Like we grew up looking at Jerry Springer. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
Ricky Lake, Jerry. You think Lil Jimmy was looking at? You think Jimmy was looking at?
No.
They was looking at stock markets and all. Like, you think Lil Jimmy was coming up on Ricky Lake and Jerry Springer?
Hey.
You know what's crazy though? And now that you mentioned that, and like, 'cause I actually do music too. It's just funny, but I want to, Tish. We got to do like a poll and see overseas what their music is actually saying. What is
They
it
don't
portraying?
know us.
They don't know us.
Yo, look into Tim's. Tim's had the free your mind. Future did the cover. She wasn't going to release. She wasn't going to clear the song because in
Okay.
Africa she's like Drake. Why would I
Okay.
clear the song in America where it's going to take away value from my song in Africa? He like, oh, I'm Future. Y'all are American stars. These people are global. Like Drake is
Right.
a
Right.
global artist. So once Drake got on it, she cleared it because now it brings value to her platform.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you think they coming out with bricks and all this stuff like this? Is it? Man,
Yeah,
they caught
that's
up.
crazy.
They caught up. America is a facade. Let's move to
All right.
America.
So
That's
so that
cool.
that means America, they need to take control back.
So hey, listen, because I don't, man, when Africa talking about they joining BRICS and American dollar is about to be
Right.
second, it's about to get real over here. It's about
Yeah.
it's about to get real over here, and I need my black people to tighten up,
No,
man.
listen. No, listen. I'm gonna give you a little story real quick. So I was on Team USA for martial arts, and we were in Korea, and I met a girl from England, and I was like, hey, yo, what do y'all? Because like you know like basically world history or like whatever or American history. Like in 11th grade, we had a year of American
Bro,
history that we got to learn.
our history books is lies.
It's crazy. But listen, so in English, she was like, oh, you guys are just a tad bit. You guys are chapter 3. That's it. We're just chapter 3.
Bro. And
Oh, wow.
in our history books, we won every war. We defeated, but you go read their history books, they won.
Yeah.
Of course.
It's selective mind control. You think, bro, like in their history books, we only chapter 3. Black
chapter
history is
3.
only
That's it.
chapter 3. After that, we had like you was a slave, you worked with people, and all y'all had, bro. When I went to a Christian academy, I literally only saw it was 5 black people. They only taught us Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman,
Malcolm X.
Maybe
Malcolm X.
Rosa Parks. Yeah.
It's systematical control.
Mm-hmm.
So they don't teach us about George Washington Carver. They don't teach us about the entrepreneurs. You can only
W.E.B. Du Bois.
You can only work against the system and we assassinate you, or you can work with us. Look, everybody that they show is they took out the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if you try to be a Rosa Parks, we're gonna get you. You try to be a Martin Luther King, we're gonna get you. You try to be a Malcolm X, we're going. But this is what they put in our face. These are the greatest black people, and these are people that tried to be something, and y'all got them. So it's systematic. Like, yo, you try to go against the system, they're gonna get you out. But think about it. Black History Month. Who do you see?
Yeah, you see the same faces.
The same faces. But when you read into these stories, you see what? Emmett Till. Why we hear about Emmett Till? Because he got lynched. Systematical, bro. You better stay in line. Because I'm reading that story. I'm gonna be Emmett Till. I did a report on Emmett Till. Why was I able to do a book report on Emmett Till in the 7th grade? You don't think that's post-traumatic stress?
That's definitely PTSD.
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right, so in your words, still like so in the overall synapses, like how can we take control back as a people, as a man, as a black man?
They took our history.
So then what do we do? So what do you do?
We have to believe in ourselves.
Rewrite history, or like you said, like
you know how
people got to start reading books. They got to start reading. Reading is knowledge. Reading is knowledge. Listen, this my mom's doing right here. Knowledge is learned. KIL. Knowledge is learned. And at the end of the day, like knowledge is there.
Yo, what other society do you lean on Instagram influencers? Like, yo, pay for this class where I teach you how to do real estate. White people give it away for free. Agents help each other for. We're the only people for knowledge you gotta pay for because they know people are so lazy. Just go read how to fix your own credit. You'll rather pay somebody 10,000
to
to
fix your
what?
credit.
Son of like black people
Right.
don't like
That you could have did.
you
Yeah.
could have
Right.
did. So they know they taught us to work. Only thing we really knew they taught us to do is work with your hands, not with your mind. So it's like we just walk on vessels sometimes. And I'm not saying we as a any and look at society, bro.
All
It's
right.
a pretty
So real
deep
quick though, so
subject.
it is.
Anytime you
I
have
just want to ask you
10-year-old,
one thing.
14-year-olds stealing cars to go commit a murder, so you're committing a felony crime to go do a more dangerous felony crime, bro. That's when I knew it's no saving them. How can you save somebody that want to go steal a car to go kill somebody with the car, and then go rap about it? Who are you saving?
Crap.
Who are we saving?
Oh man, listen, yeah.
I seen something on social media. The pastor said it's going to sound crazy, but we gotta put these demons down.
Yeah.
And that's what he said. That's not what I'm saying. But when you think about it,
It worked.
bro, they are walking around with gloves, surgical gloves, masks, and glasses, bro.
110 degrees outside.
100. Go down, University of Penn with gloves, mask on, and see how fast. I don't care if you're not committing a crime or not. Go down University of Penn with gloves, mask, and glasses on, and see what happens to you.
Bro, selective neighborhood,
But
selective
you
policing.
can walk down
policing.
North Philly with. Come on, man.
Yeah,
Come on. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing.
for sure.
You know, and subconsciously, why are we accepting it?
Because we know no better. Well, some of us know no better.
Come on, man. It's man. That's why I created the podcast, man.
And ignorance is bliss.
It's bliss. Ignorant is bliss. And sometimes, you know, I asked my mom, and she's a very intelligent woman, very intelligent. And this is where people go wrong at. I asked her because we was talking about the woman queen, the woman king, whatever the case may be.
Oh, that movie.
Oh yeah, movie.
Like, yo, Viola Davis this, Viola Davis that. I said, Mom, you know about Viola Davis sold her people. What? You type philosopher, this, gaslighting. I'm like, Mom, she sold her people out. What are you talking about? Mom, the story was told backwards. Viola Davis was the perpetrator. She was enslaving her own people and selling them to the white people. So they whitewash. That's how they whitewash our history. They give it to us in reverse.
Okay.
So instead of telling the story how it really happened, she never freed nobody. She was conquering other city-states and selling those POWs away as slaves. So he said, well, what do you mean by whitewash? I said, well, who is Hannibal Lecter? He said, oh, Hannibal Lecter, he's the man that was eating. No. Hannibal Lecter was the greatest black general that defeated the Roman Empire. Oh, Rome wasn't built in one day. Why they don't tell you about who defeated it? So they whitewashed history by telling you Hannibal Lecter. If you got a phone, type in Hannibal Lecter. I guarantee it's going to pop up the dude that ate people. But you keep digging. You keep digging, you're gonna find out Hannibal Lecter was one of the greatest black generals. But that's how they rewrite history.
Right.
Black Panther. You type in Black Panther, you're gonna see. You know you're gonna see. You don't see the Black Panthers that y'all came up on, or the Black Panther. That's how they erase our history. They come up with a character that when you type that on Google, it no longer show you the Black Panther Party from the 70s and the 50s. It's gonna show you Wakanda
Marvel.
Wow.
It's that easy to erase our history. And another thing I found out on TikTok, I don't really want to keep getting off, but I'm just telling you how they rewrite our history.
Yeah.
Lakes. If you look into lakes, a lot of lakes is literally black economical places that they burnt down and lynched and just made it a lake. Look into that. Bro, there's a lot of ways they did it. They used to burn
Up
down.
history.
They used to burn down economical, like Atlanta. Back then, if Atlanta was Atlanta, they'll burn it to the ground. And once you go to the bank to, get your land back, the bank like, yo, where's your deed? Where's your title? Oh no, it burned in a fire. Oh well,
Oh well. Yep.
what can we? You don't have no ID. You don't have no identification. You don't have no deed or title. You don't. So it's like
Yep.
That's how they steal from us.
gentrification. They still is history repeats itself.
All right, so
Yeah,
real
we
quick,
going through that now.
so I just want, before we close out, I just want to we asked guest this question is basically, at what age, since you've been on your own basically from 14 to 31, you might have a synopsis on what age does somebody have life figured out.
What age? A man or just in general?
In general. Like, because only because
I'm gonna say, to be honest, I'm gonna say 1 through 7.
To have life figured out.
1 through 7. 1 through 7.
I can
That's
understand.
the most formative years of your life. That's when you aspire to be, like, you aspire to be everything you want to be. 1 through 7.
Right.
After that, you twerk.
Mm.
You can't do this. You can't do that. Every year after that, you're being taught what you got to be in life. So I say 1 through 7, you got to figure it out. But as life goes on,
I'll give you 1 through 7, up to the age 7. That is where you're molded. That's where you get most of your stability. I'll say, but I mean, that's your opinion of it.
So mentally, 1 through 7. Now I say, as an adult, I can't. I only could say 1 through 7 because, again, me personally at 31, I'm still lost.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Right.
Like, I'm still trying to figure it out at 31. So
I got you. And rightfully so. Every story and everybody is different. So you personally have gone through a lot where you probably could have said maybe at age 26, oh, I have it figured out, but you've gone through so much that now at 31, you're kind of restarting again.
I'm gonna say this. Something my mom told me this one time, and I'm whatever the case may be. God is the controller of when life is figured out. You got Oprah. She wasn't a millionaire till about 50. Tyler Perry, it took him. Everybody got different stories. So no, you never. You never know. Like Tyler P. Henson, like she went to California on a limb with her son. And now she just grew up. Like, you never got life figured out. Only person that know when you got life figured out is God. My whole thing is to live, and what I try to do is I manifest, I pray on it, I put it in the universe, and I'm a good person. So I know if I want it, the universe know I want it, God know I want it, it's gonna come to me.
Okay.
So but yeah, God got the last say so, and when because you could think you got to figure out, and if God don't want you to have it figured out, yeah.
So, I got a question.
Appreciate that.
If there was one thing, if you had to pinpoint one thing you wish you had figured out earlier in your life, what would it be?
Family and friends ain't shit.
Okay.
If I would have knew that,
your life would have had a different trajectory.
Because friends and family hold you back from, your environment. You alone, you're gonna keep going straight. When you got friends, you're gonna stop to chill. You got, I'm gonna go to this party, but I'm gonna get back on doing the pod. Like my friends, I was trying to start the podcast, whatever. bro, you're trying to be successful overnight. You trying to rush to it, but y'all don't take your time to go drink. You don't take your time to go DM a person and try to get their drugs. You don't take your time to do that.
Right.
But you want to take your time on being successful? Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Go hunt who you want to hunt. Go drink what you want to go drink. I'm trying to be successful overnight. So,
Right.
like, they
Yeah,
can do the
that's
easy
real
things
though.
overnight. Anything of substance, I'm going to take my time. You want to take your time, job turkey. You want to take your time.
Yeah, for real, that's real.
You take your
He
time,
said,
bro. Cause you ain't
"You gonna
got
take you?"
nothing of substance. You don't take your time having kids. Y'all don't take your
Hey.
time. You don't take your time doing nothing else but being successful. Y'all keep doing, and that's right. It's like we only do lazy people. It ain't nothing to do. It has nothing to do with a race. You lazy. You just don't do. Dudes. I told dudes all I wanted them to do was help me create an Instagram platform and following.
Mm-hmm.
And out of 4 people, only 1 person logged into the page.
Mm-hmm.
So you want two liabilities and still don't want to create an asset. So you log in on your phone. That's a $1,400 investment. You log in on Instagram. That's another $1 billion industry. And then when I'm asking you to support my podcast or do any, that's too much of you. To just follow, I don't have time to follow. I don't. But you got time. Things that takes no time and effort, they'll just go do. I mean, they don't. Friends and family don't support. It's just like
Right.
talk to a podcast. I thought I know these people. I thought they wanted the best for me. They told me I wasn't ready. And here it is. I'm here on your show. We having a ball. We done
Listen,
talk.
this is where it's at. Listen, this is what it's all about.
Y'all might get
Helping
about
each other.
30 episodes. So
That's what's
it's
up.
like people, yeah, like I'm having a good time. Like
Right.
look,
And that's how it should be.
Yeah,
And
that's
you
it.
said it in our conversation prior to this, how strangers will support you before your friends and family do.
That's real and it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's real and it's crazy at the same time.
Yeah. So, but we going because we could keep talking all
For sure. No, listen, we
all
definitely gonna get
day.
you back. We definitely gonna have you back on for some relationships, friends,
listen,
jobs. Like
like I told Trisha, I'll do the whole season with y'all. That's what my mom told me. Well, are you getting paid? Sis, I don't like who. People do everything for monetary gain. Like, listen,
You are
but the
getting
crazy
paid.
we were talking about this earlier though. The things that you will do for free and then get money for, hands down, is the best thing you could do. Like I would do this for free. I'll teach martial arts for free. But the fact I
it's
get
crazy
paid
that
for
you
it
keep
is
saying
a
that
plus.
because I train in Muay Thai.
Okay.
What?
There we
Yo,
go. Oh,
Fight,
we about to spar.
Yo,
I'm
I'll
here
be,
for it.
I'll be all
know.
man.
He pull out the weight.
Yo, I'm dead.
Oh man.
Oh my goodness. Oh, that's
You'll
what's
be
up.
surprised. I'll be, man. Listen, don't live with me a street dude, man. I'll be all over the place. Like
That's what's
I
up.
go on every day. I try to wake up and be a different mediocre, not be the mediocre Nyhir, but just be the Nyhir of substance. So anything of substance, I jump on it.
All
Listen,
right.
I'm with you. Listen,
That's what's up.
our theme for whatever we do is life is a river, and it's the water, but it's not the same water that was there yesterday. You see in the same water,
It
but that
navigates.
water different.
Bro. Yo.
Yo.
And it
He just had a
always
light bulb
goes
moment.
to a bigger body of water, and it
Yes.
keeps.
Yes.
So don't stay.
But the water you seeing in these banks, it looks the same, but it ain't. Constantly changing. Constantly changing.
Right.
Y'all dope though. Y'all got some dope personalities. Like,
Thank you. We
dope.
try.
So we appreciate it. Listen, this is a long time coming. We definitely appreciate it. So we definitely gonna have you back because you fit right in. Like he reminded me of ESPN where like you got the sports show and it's a constant co-host, always there. He's constant. He the constant
Right.
regular guest. He the constant. Yo,
That sounds good to me.
I'm with it. I'm with it, man.
Well,
I'm with it.
Nyhir, thank you so much. I think it was destined that we came across paths. It has been nothing but a blast having you and talking.
Cause we got to tap in how we met. You ain't gonna believe how we met. But
Right.
that's
Well,
another
there's
conversation.
another episode. Well, all right, friends. We want you to be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe. You can revisit episodes and figure it out wherever you listen to your podcast. Our hope is that we definitely helped you figure out something today. And if we didn't, shame on you for not paying attention. But until next time, peace and love.
All right, y'all.
All right, peace, y'all.